welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Wendy and I have been a registered nurse for almost 8 years now. It'll be 8 years this summer. Time flies so fast. And you and I obviously have one thing in common already, and that's that you hate the bedside. I hated the bedside too. I left the bedside 4 years ago. So I'm going to be telling you in this video what it is that you need to do to get out of the bedside, because I get a lot of these questions on my video that I made, which was bedside nurse versus ambulatory care nurse, and I'll link it up here. If you're interested, that could have been how you found me. I don't know. But let me tell you what it is that I did so that you can do it too. So you know that you hate the bedside, you gave it a chance, you tried it out. That was probably your first job, and it probably means that if it was your first job, it wasn't what you expected, and that you're totally burnt out, and that you just feel like you're always short-staffed. Maybe you're experiencing anxiety, maybe you just really hate it because it's like a horrible work environment, and you want to get out. But how do you get out? First of all, I'm happy that you have recognized the fact that bedside nursing is not for you. But I just want you to know that, you know, just because you hate the bedside, that doesn't mean that you're a failure. That doesn't mean that you suck at being a nurse. That doesn't mean that nursing was not meant for you. It's just probably that bedside nursing is not meant for you, and that's okay. It took me a long time to realize that, and it took me a long time to understand that if I left the bedside, that didn't mean that I was not a real nurse. You know, you're a nurse regardless of where you work at, and I want you to know that, because it took me a while to realize that. There are a million other options outside of bedside nursing, and I've made videos on that. I have a primary care clinic nurse video, and I also have a utilization review nurse video that I'll link up here as well. Now, I already know what you're asking me, because I just know. You're asking me, Wendy, how much time do I have to work at the bedside before I actually decide to look for different like potential job opportunities that I actually do want to do? So let's be completely real and honest, because that's what I'm all about on this channel. And I want you to know that probably, most likely, every job position that you apply for will probably say they want 2 to 3 year like experience in an acute care setting. But you apply anyway. You risk it. You have to take a risk. You have to put yourself out there. Just because, you know, you have 2-year experience doesn't mean that you're automatically going to, you know, be called for an interview. It really doesn't matter. You just apply for it. I actually knew a nurse who got a job in the clinic without even like 1 year hospital experience. So it is possible, but you have to put the work in. You have to go out there and actually put that application in. If you don't put the application in, then there's no way of you actually knowing that that could have been a potential job opportunity for you. So apply for those jobs that you really do want and go for it. I mean, what is there really to lose? Nothing. And honestly, there's nothing to lose, because you're applying for these jobs. You're still working. You still have a job. Okay? You hate that job, but you have a job. And at the end of the day, there's nothing for you to lose by just applying and putting yourself out there. Now, if they call you for an interview, yay for you. And if you go to that interview and get the position, like, yay, even better. Now, I know it's easier said than done, because I've totally been there. I had been working at the hospital where I was at as a CNA in 2008, and I was there throughout my whole nursing school and as an RN. So I was there from 2008 all the way to 2015. And you think that it was easy for me to make that decision to leave? Not really. But at the end, okay, let me tell you why I didn't leave. Actually, I didn't leave, one, because I was afraid of change, afraid of the unknown. I was afraid of like being the loser that had to come back to work because I didn't like that other job, because it was going to be different. It was going to be, I was applying for everything that was not bedside. I knew I didn't want the bedside, so that was completely out. And that's something that I was not applying for because I didn't want it. I didn't like the bedside. So I was fear was probably the number one thing. Second thing, you know, I had all my friends there. I knew people there. I was comfortable there. I was comfortable working there. Reason number three, the hospital was actually super close to my house. It was like 15 minutes away. Now, the other reason, of course, was bills. I know we all have bills. I had bought in my house at the age of 23, and I needed to pay my house, obviously my mortgage, and I was paying my car. So that's why I didn't leave, because I knew I had steady income coming in. But at the end of the day, when I went to work, woke up in the morning, was I happy? No. When I came back from work, was I happy? No. And that was taking an entire toll in myself, in my life, in my family, because obviously if I'm grouchy, if I'm unhappy, I'm going to be taking it out on other people. I'm going to be taking it out on my boyfriend, on my parents, on my brothers, on my friends. And I mean, do you really want that for yourself and your family? No, you don't. And I will be making a video on like other nursing careers that are available to all nurses beyond the bedside, so stay tuned for that. So to recap, you guys, you have to apply. You have to put yourself out there. If you do not apply for these positions that you do want, then you'll never know. You'll never know, and you'll never like be able to experience those different job opportunities because you just want to stay in your comfort zone, because either you're afraid, because of your bills, maybe because people are even telling you that you have to stay. And at the end of the day, it's your life, it's nobody else's life. So do what makes you happy. Like I said, you're spending most of this time at work, like probably 50%, because we work a lot. Like, you need to be happy yourself. So with all that being said, I hope that you actually take into consideration what I have shared with you, because it's very important. You're the only one that can make that decision. You're the only one that can put yourself out there, and if you don't do it, then nobody else will, and you're going to be stuck in that situation. You're going to be stuck in that job that you hate. So do what makes you happy and get out of there. And trust me, your future self will thank you so much for that. So with all that being said, make sure to subscribe, give this video a like if you enjoyed this content, share it with anybody who you think might also find some of this information valuable, and I'll see you in my next video.